Presence versus mindfulness. What's the real difference? If you've ever read a book on meditation or sat in on a spiritual talk, you've probably heard the words mindfulness and presence used like they mean the same thing. It's easy to assume they're interchangeable, but they actually point to very different experiences, and understanding the difference can completely shift the way you live your everyday life. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness comes from ancient Buddhist teachings where it's called sati. In modern times, it became a key part of psychology through programs like MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction. The basic idea is simple. Pay attention to what's happening, moment by moment, without judgment. Mindfulness means noticing thoughts, emotions, sensations, and sounds as they arise, without getting caught up in them. You're not trying to control the moment. You're just observing it, letting it pass like clouds across the sky. Common practices include meditation, breathing exercises, mindful walking, or simply staying aware while washing dishes. Mindfulness is something you do intentionally. It's a method to train your attention. What is presence? Presence is something different. It shows up more in spiritual teachings like those of Eckhart Tolle or Ramana Maharshi. Presence isn't about watching your thoughts. It's about being the awareness that exists before thought even arises. It's not a technique. It's a natural state. Presence often feels like a quiet, peaceful stillness that appears when you stop chasing your thoughts. You may experience it during a nature walk while listening to music, or when you're deeply absorbed in something. There's no effort, no control, just a deep sense of being here. Presence isn't practiced. It's noticed. Mindfulness versus presence, what sets them apart? At first, the two can look similar, but here's how they differ. Mindfulness puts focus on what's happening. Presence is being awareness itself. Mindfulness feels like, I am observing this. Presence feels like simply being here. Mindfulness often means reminding yourself to come back to the moment. Presence means letting the moment unfold. Mindfulness can feel like a task. Presence feels like coming home. Mindfulness is practiced. Presence is recognized. They both have value, but they operate differently. Why Eckhart Tolle favors presence? Eckhart Tolle often speaks of the power of now. He chooses the word presence instead of mindfulness because it doesn't imply effort or striving. Mindfulness can sometimes reinforce a gap. I am observing my thoughts. Presence dissolves that separation. There's no gap between observer and experience. It's seamless. It's immediate. It's already here. The trap of trying too hard. Here's where mindfulness can get sticky. Sometimes we try so hard to be mindful, it turns into a chore. We monitor ourselves. We get frustrated when we forget. We judge ourselves for drifting off. It becomes another thing to get right. Presence works differently. It shows up when you stop trying. The less you chase it, the more it reveals itself. It's not about effort. It's about letting go. How to experience presence in daily life. Presence is accessible. You don't need a quiet room or meditation cushion. Here are a few simple ways to open the door. Feel your inner body. Notice the subtle aliveness in your hands or feet. Listen to silence or the space behind sounds. Let ambient noise be your meditation without labeling anything. Pause during transitions, before you speak, before you act, before you reply. Drop the mental commentary. Let the moment be as it is. These are not techniques. They're invitations. Common questions about presence and mindfulness. Can you practice presence the same way you practice mindfulness? Not really. Presence isn't practiced. It's revealed when striving stops. What if mindfulness feels stressful? That's common. Instead of pushing through, try doing less. Just sit quietly and observe without a goal. Are mindfulness and presence compatible? Yes. Mindfulness can open the door. Presence is what you step into once effort drops away. When both are helpful. Mindfulness and presence don't compete. They support each other. Mindfulness builds awareness. Presence deepens it. Mindfulness helps when you need grounding. Presence helps when you're ready to rest in being. You don't have to pick sides. Both have a role. A simple practice to try now. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the aliveness in your body, the pulse in your hands, the air on your skin. Don't analyze, just notice. This is presence, and it's always available. Final thoughts. Mindfulness is valuable, but presence takes you deeper. One is something you do. The other is something you are. You don't need to achieve presence. It's already here, beneath the noise, beneath the effort. You just have to stop and notice. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to explore this topic more deeply, check out the full article on dailyselfwisdom.com. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights like this every week.